What is going on, guys and girls? Welcome back to TV and moi. I am Kevin and it's time for The Walking Dead.
What? You think your wife wouldn't have wanted me to kill it? I can use them to distract them.
It's the helium tank in those shrubs. More balloons, more string.
I was literally about to ask, where did they get helium?
Don't mean anything, as long as we keep this up.
You know, you scared the hell out of people when we first saw you. I know. Scared the hell out of me. That beard, the way you looked around like you were seeing things we weren't. Hiding around the corners.
If only you knew.
Turns out you were. Things moved slow here. And then things just started moving fast. Too fast. But don't give up on us.
I get that you're scared.
I'm not scared.
Yeah, you are. You don't want to lose anything again. So you give up and you say, that's just what happens.
I don't need a lecture.
Yeah, I think you do. You honor the dead by going on. Even when you're scared. You think your parents wanted you waving around a gun because you're afraid?
We don't have to talk.
What is he doing? Oh, fuck. I knew he was up to no good. He best not shoot him.
Oh my God.
Holy shit, they made it. Granted, they're surrounded by walkers, but still. Now he's just got to get in. Oh, please let Maggie see him. Please let Maggie see him.
I said stop. What's the point? The world is trying to die. We're supposed to just let it.
No. You're wrong. We're not supposed to let the world die. And I sure as hell am not gonna let you die.
I'm sure your wife will forgive you.
It's not for her anymore. The walls are still up. The houses are still up. We'll find out the rest. Okay?
What the hell?
Who the fuck is that? That's Spencer.
Spencer! Get back here!
What is that moron doing?
Go! Keep moving! Hurry!
Eugene, have Maggie and Rosita fire their guns out from your post.
Why?
Just do it!
Oh, he's dead.
Liz, come on!
He best not get Tara or someone killed.
Come on!
What a fucking idiot.
You almost died once for these people!
What?
What the hell were you doing?
Lost the damn shoe. Crap.
What was that?
I was trying to help. I wanted to get to a car, draw them away.
You want to help? Don't make us come running to save you. You got an idea? You come to me.
Would you listen to me?
How well is the community stocked with antibiotics?
We're good.
I need to dress a wound, but I don't know if it's infected. I don't want to waste medicine if I don't have to. I didn't come in this morning because I didn't want to get you involved in something that you may not want to be involved in.
Oh fuck, he's talking about that
In a
wolf, isn't he?
secret. It's not my wound.
She's watching. She's always watching.
Sam?
What happens if you can't live with it?
I told you, it eats you up. When you come down here, I can barely hear you.
The people who came, were they the monsters? Did my dad turn into one?
What?
If you kill people, do you turn into one of the monsters?
The only thing that keeps you from becoming a monster is killing. Who the hell do you have in that cell?
So they do have a cell. I thought it was just a basement. Don't you fucking dare.
I'm sorry about before. I was just...
He was stupid. That we know.
I just meant what you did for him, you didn't have to.
I know.
Is that why you did it? You weren't thinking about it?
No. That's how it works with us. We're stuck with each other, right?
Rick, you saved my son. Thank you.
Thank Tara.
I already did. Now I'm thanking you.
What Spencer did was stupid.
I can't argue that. At least he tried.
That's not the point. I could have tried. There was a chance. When the walkers were going for him, it made a gap. I could have jumped down, ran, made it out. I could have gotten a car, used it to lead the walkers away. I could have done that, and Spencer would be dead.
But you didn't do that. Why?
Oh, I helped save him because he's your son.
Wrong answer.
My God.
That's Glenn.
Oh fuck, is that church coming down? You are fucking with me. So there we have it, episode 7, and I honestly don't know what to think. I'm elated and over the moon that Glenn is alive, although at this point I've got this nagging feeling at the back of my head that they're going to do something like, it was all a dream, Glenn isn't alive, you know, just to wind me up even more, just to break my heart just that little bit more. But let's work on the premise that he is alive, because we've seen him with Enid, and oh god, I'm so happy. And I was right, Nicholas did fall onto him, but from the angle they shot it, it honest to god looked like Glenn had been eaten, but Nicholas protected him, even though, you know, it wasn't on purpose. You know, Nicholas killed himself, he didn't mean to fall on him and protect him from the walkers eating him. It just so happened it worked out that way. So Nicholas was an accidental hero, we'll say. But Glenn is alive, and at one point I was sort of, when he bumped into Enid and Enid started wandering away, I was worried that Enid would then lead Glenn further away from Alexandria and we wouldn't see him get together back with Maggie. But they made it back to Alexandria and they saw that it was surrounded by walkers, and I'm guessing they're trying to work out a way to get in, but I guess that's no longer a problem because at the end there, we saw the church fall onto the wall and take it down. So that's got me wondering, this has to be the downfall of Alexandria now. Unless by some miracle, when the walkers start filtering through, they can somehow deal with them and maybe get a vehicle to block the hole in the wall. That's the only way I can see him getting out of that situation. And if that's not the case, then that means Alexandria is over. That means they're all going to have to flee. But I guess the one good thing coming out of that is, if they do flee, Glenn doesn't have to worry about getting into Alexandria. So maybe they'll just meet up on the outside and get together. I just hope that Walking Dead doesn't pull another bait switch on me, and maybe now we know Glenn is alive, he survived that situation, the walkers go into Alexandria and kill Maggie. If they went and did that, the writers thought, I know, let's make them all excited because Glenn is alive, then kill the other half of the relationship, the other half carrying the baby. Do not do that to me. I guess that's why you guys and girls wanted me to watch episodes 8 and 9 together, because those two episodes are going to be focusing on the walkers filtering into Alexandria and then everyone trying to escape and get out. Who escapes? I do not know. Like I say, I hope it isn't Maggie that's killed. I need Glenn and Maggie to have that reunion. After everything that's gone down, after finding out Maggie is pregnant, I just need them to be together once again. I need that little bit of happiness, because I can sense, and I'm sure you could sense at the time as well, that we're going to have a lot of misery coming up in these next few episodes, because not everyone gets out of a situation like that. Whether it's a few of the Alexandrians or it's some of our main group, I don't know who's going to die. But I just hope Maggie gets out and we can have that reunion. I just remembered as well, just before we did have that scene with the church falling down, we had Ron walking up behind Carl with a gun. And he's got bullets from the armory. I knew I didn't trust that kid. There was something about him. I suppose it's pretty obvious when you think about it, considering Rick was the one that killed his dad. But there's just something by the way he stares at people. Something about the way he looks at people that I don't trust. And, you know, he was coming up behind Carl with that weapon. I just hope that now the church has come down onto the wall. You know, this is a horrible thing to say, but now something bigger, a bigger disaster has happened. Ron changes his mind and doesn't shoot at Carl, because if that kid kills Carl, I'm sorry, but I feel like swift justice has to come to that kid. I mean, should he die? This is a tough question because he's a child. He's in the mourning process, he's angry because his father died, but for him to go out and murder someone else because of that, I mean, in our world, he'd probably be incarcerated, you know, be treated for his problems. But in the Walking Dead world, I would not be surprised if Rick got a gun and then shot Ron. And then if that did happen, Jesse, what would happen between Jesse and Rick? Jesse wouldn't be with Rick anymore because Rick would have killed her son. Fuck me. I'm speculating a lot here, but that whole situation could go to shit very, very fast. Let's just hope it doesn't go that far, and let's hope that now something worse has happened concerning the walkers and the wall, that Ron comes to his senses, he realises that, you know, maybe shooting Cole has nothing to do with Rick killing his father and that whole situation, and maybe something good can come out of it. The fact that he has a gun. Maybe because he has a gun now, he can maybe save someone. Maybe someone's about to be eaten by a walker, now they're coming into Alexandria. He can pull that gun and kill one of the walkers and save someone's life. Something good can come out of, you know, him trying to do something negative. But again, that's the optimist in me, hoping for the best, when we all know the writers of this show don't always go into these episodes trying to write the best outcome. I really feel like I should be more miserable doing this review, but, you know, Alexandria's pretty much fallen now, and Ron threatened to kill Carl, or at least he was stalking him. Yeah, I can't remove this smile off my face due to the fact Glenn is alive. I feel like I've been given a treat, you know. It's not very often that you presume a character is dead and then they come back to life. They reappear unharmed. So I can't help but smile, but I apologise if that comes across as callous to anyone. But, you know, I can't help it. So 2 more things I should touch on in this review. Firstly, the fact that, you know, Team Fam now, you know, we saw in this episode, Tara and Michonne pretty much told Rick in no uncertain terms that the Alexandrians are them now. There's no them and us. It's all us now. They've been with the Alexandrians long enough that these are just one group. Because Rick is very much still seeing it as us and them. And, you know, I understand why Rick sees it that way. Because, you know, with him being the leader of Team Fam, he has the responsibility of these people's lives on his shoulders. Or so he thinks that. And with more people being added to the group, especially people not as experienced as the people he's used to, he feels like that they could get the people killed that he was originally with, and also they could get themselves killed, which ultimately will make Rick feel more of a failure as being a leader, you know, and put more of a burden on him. So I understand why Rick is, you know, sort of rebelling against that fact, but at the same time, I think it's about time. I think it's about time Rick said, look, okay, we're a unit. We're the Alexandrians. We need to get together. We need to become a big family, and we need to teach the weaker ones amongst you how to act, how to defend yourselves. And we saw in this episode, actually, that Rosita was doing that. She was teaching people how to use a machete, and that is the right way to go forward. The second thing I should talk about is, of course, about the Wolf and Morgan and the fact still keeping him alive. And I should actually mention that I didn't know that Alexandria had a cell. I always thought he was just locked in a basement, but they actually mentioned he's in a cell this episode, so that makes me feel a little bit safer, but at the same time, not really, because of who he is, and all it takes is him to kick down a door, you know, just when Morgan's coming in, just to ambush him or something, for him to get out and then murder more people. So there's still a danger there. I feel like I would feel even more safer if Morgan told everyone, instead of just keeping it a secret, because I feel like that's the danger. The danger is not everyone knowing, and knowing there is someone evil amongst them. We also saw that Carol found out something was going on with Morgan in this episode, because of course she followed Denise and Morgan down into that cell, and you know, she went to go in, but Morgan met her at the door. So I'm wondering whether Morgan is now going to trap Carol inside that cell as well, because obviously she'll go tell Rick otherwise. But I guess all that stuff doesn't really matter now the walls come down, because the walkers are going to flood into that city, or that town, and they're going to be trapped in that room. Oh crap, maybe that's what's going to go down. We're going to have Morgan, Carol, the wolf, whose name I believe is Owen. Correct me if I'm wrong, but somebody told me in my comment section his name was Owen. So we'll have Morgan, Carol, Owen and Denise all locked in that cell together, while, you know, being trapped, because walkers are roaming the streets of Alexandria. And if that is the case, will Carol attempt to kill Owen? Will Morgan stop Carol? Will Carol stop Morgan and then kill the wolf? You know, there's a whole lot of shit that could go down in that one room. And no doubt I'm not going to like any of it, but we'll have to wait and see what happens. And that's about it. Even though we had a devastating ending there, I can't help but be happy because of, you know, Glenn's alive. Fucking Glenn's alive. And even though I called you arseholes for not telling me, I've got to say a big thank you to each and every one of you, from Patreon to Twitter to the YouTube section, which, let's be honest, sometimes YouTube's comment sections can be a bit, you know, toxic with people, you know, spoiling stuff and saying bad things. But each and every one of my viewers, each and every one of you, I have to say a personal thank you that you didn't ruin this moment for me. You sheltered me from it, you protected me, and you let me experience it how it was meant to be experienced. So thank you so much. I can't say thank you enough. I'm just going to enjoy the Glenn moment over the next few days now, and, you know, just be happy for a couple of days before I watch the next episode, because, like I say, I know bad things are coming now the wars come down, and I've got to prepare myself. But, you know, I'm going to live in this moment, I'm going to live with the joy, and I'm not even going to think about that wall coming down. So as always, guys and girls, thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. And until next time, bye-bye. Thank you for watching The Walking Dead Weekend with me. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a thumbs up, because it helps me and it helps the channel grow. Also, if you've got any thoughts or theories about the episode, remember you can leave them in the comments section below. But please, no no spoilers. If you'd like to support me even more than you do now, you can find me on Patreon, where for as little as $1 a month you can take part in Patreon polls or even get early access to my videos. And finally, if you want to keep up to date with the channel, you can find me on Twitter at TVandMeReacts, or you can subscribe.